But also, I think one of the hardest things on the journey to success is that not everybody's going to go with you.
Yeah.
Right. And it is challenging, right? You know?
Yeah. That was when one of the things that kind of changed for myself and my wife too. We had been at a conference and the guy putting on it was a billionaire. And he just said, he said, essentially you'll keep about 10% of the people will move on to the next level of your life. And he said, you think that might change. So, just even me moving to the new city, you get a whole new group of friends. But is going from here to here, there's going to be the percent of them that move with us forward. And there's going to be people that don't. And it's not tied to money necessarily either. Like I said, like I have
well, fitness is a good example, right?
Yeah, it can be anything. And you can relate on like there's people who completely unrelated to business. We never talk about it. And they're just in my life for it might be just the conversations. One of my best friends that died, he had there was nothing there business-wise at all. He had nothing to offer in that sense. And we just always had the best conversations together. So
Jim Rohn taught, Jim Rohn?
Yeah.
Love his stuff. So he used to teach the idea of learning to practice, in some situations, limited association. He talked about the idea is that you've got some friends it's okay to spend a few minutes, but not a few hours. Some friends a few hours, but not a few days, and maybe some friends a few days, but you don't want to spend every day with them.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a good idea. I mean, that's a good way. And then once in a while, this is the hard one. And, you got to be smart about it, make sure it's the right thing. But sometimes you have to totally disassociate. I remember when I was getting into business, I'm probably 6 months in, and I had this friend of mine who we used to play music together. So I played guitar, he played drums. Yeah, we used to do it like every Friday night and every Saturday, right? And then I started getting into business. I'm getting busier, and that just wasn't a priority for me anymore. And anytime we would hang out, he would always be critical of what I was doing. And, I'm wasting my time and all this stuff. And after a while, I remember talking to him. I was like, hey, dude, I'm totally fine if you're not interested in what I'm doing, but I'm not okay with you talking about it this way. So either that's going to stop or we just can't hang out anymore. And it did stop for like 3 months. But I'll never forget where we were. I know the exact intersection in Edmonton we were at on 127th Street. And we're in the car. I'm driving. He's the passenger. And he starts on my case about it a few months later. And that was the last time I saw him.
Yeah, and I think that's tough for some people. It
was tough for me.
Yeah.
But I knew either he's going to change or I'm going to change, right?
Yeah.
And he's probably not going to change.
Yeah. And I think that's I in my life, like the people that I see that are stuck at a level, that's usually the biggest thing that they can't get over. It's like that's the lonely part of success. And I think Andy Frisella on one of his last podcasts, he talked about that, the dark side of success or something he called it. But he said the myth isn't, he said that people always say it's lonely at the top or it's lonely. He said it's maybe there's those stretches where you move from here to here.
Yeah.
But he said, look at my phone. He said, it's
totally.
not lonely.
No, it's not at all.
Here's Phil Knight. And he names all these people. But it's shitty because I think that the block or the mental piece that gets people is it always seems like it's about money. It seems like it's like now I have more money and now I disassociate. And to get that across.
It's about thinking.
Yeah.
Is what it is. It's about thinking. But to the average middle class person though, we have lots of crappy beliefs around money. Some things are like, all rich people do is care about money, or that's all that it is, right? That's not true. But they care about their thinking. They care about the quality of their consciousness. And the more you study this stuff, the more successful you become in life, you recognize that you become like the people you spend time with. So if we understand that, even if we don't, but now you recognize that I'm saying these words, that this is the case. Who am I spending time with? What do they have me thinking? How do I feel when I'm around them? And what are the things we're doing? And if those things aren't moving you towards your dream, your vision, your aspirations, it's fine to do it once in a while. It's not like, you never stop and do anything else. But if it's not moving you towards your future, then it must be moving you away from it. Because in life, there's no in the middle. You're not even ground.
Yeah.
You're either moving forwards or moving backwards.